Hello friends, welcome to GeoEdu channel exploring geological knowledge. In this video, we'll discuss the geology basics for undergraduate students as well as for laymen to make them understand what geology is, what are the different branches of geology, what are the important laws and hypotheses that are useful in geology. So let's get started. First, what is geology? Simply, we can say geology is the study of earth. Like so many scientific words, geology is constructed from the root words dating back to ancient times. Geo comes from the Greek word meaning the earth. It is used as prefix in other related fields to that is related to earth, such as in geography, geodesy, and geophysics. Geography is the subject that deals with mm, the external features of the earth, and it also deals with the land features, inhabitants, and phenomena of the earth and planets. So but it does not deals with the interior of the earth, but geology deals with the interior as well as exterior of the earth. And geodesy is the subject of mathematics that deals with the shape and size of the earth in larger proportions. And geophysics is the branch of geology that deals with the application of physics in geology. Suppose in case of exploring metals, after geological survey, we have to make geophysical survey to make sure the metal deposit is there. So the suffix logi comes from the Greek word logos, meaning discussion or the study of. So the completely we can say geology is the study of earth. How old is the science of geology? Although the science of geology seems to be very young subject, but if we put detail inside it, we can observe that earth processes were made as far as back ancient Greeks. Some of these early ideas are handed down through the ages. For example, Herodotus in 484 to 425 BC had rather modern insight about the formation of Nile River Delta and the important role of sediment played in producing the fertile Nile River Valley. So the Greek historian also applied a primitive form of the principle known as uniformitarianism. This principle we'll discuss further in this video. But many other geological observations by ancient Greeks seem very fanciful today. For example, Aristotle, the famous philosopher and tutor of the great Alexander, believed that the heat from the volcanic eruption was produced by underground fires. He also believed that more air moving through the caverns become heated by friction, causing these fires. As we know, the Aristotle was a great philosopher, and according to him, what he was believed at that time by watching a volcano. When he watches a volcano, he used to believe that when air moves through the caverns like caves, underground caves, it comes contact with rocks, and by the frictional forces, fire come into exist, and this fire causes melting of rock, and it causes volcanism. What a fanciful idea he had at that time. What are the different branches of geology? Geology is a vast field stretching from paleontology to mineralogy. It is easy to see why since there are so many features and processes taking place on the earth and beyond. The following list and important subdivisions of geology. Economic geology. Economic geology is the study of rocks, how they are used, how mined, brought, and sold, such as in search of metals. In other words, economic geologists explore the natural resources and their development. Environmental geology. Environmental geology in the study of environmental effects produced by changes in geology, such as the determination river flow and its connection to flooding, Conversely, how the geology is affected by environmental problems such as pollution and urban development. So, how environment is affecting geology and how geology is affecting the environment is known as environmental geology. Geochemistry is the study of the chemical composition of the earth and mineral, and chemists used the formation information to determine more about the internal structure of the earth. Geomorphology is the study of landform development such as how a river forms and develops over time includes geomorphology. Geophysics is the physics of the earth including such as seismology and the effects of the earth's magnetic field and electric field. Glacial geology, how the ice sheets and glaciers affect each other and the geology of the area. Hydrology is the how water such as groundwater flow in karst terrain, or how pollution moves underground and affect the geology of an area. Limnogeology is the study of ancient and modern lakes. It is important. Limnology, it can come in any exam, like what is limnology is the study of lakes, is limnology. Then marine geology is the study of geology of the ocean floor or coastline, especially with regard to how they change over time. Paleontology is the study of ancient life in the form of fossil, including specialization in vertebrate plants and dinosaurs. Petroleum geology is the study how petroleum products are formed, found, and extracted. Petrology is the science of rocks, investigation on the nature of rocks, their mode of formation and evolution, their characteristics, forms, structures, and textures, etc. Physical geology aims at proper understanding of the physical forces and processes which mold the surface of the globe through their cashless action through ages. Paleontology is the study of Planetology is the study of planets and satellites of our solar system, especially with regard to their formation and how they compare to the Earth. Volcanology is the study of volcanoes and volcanic phenomena. Structural geology is the study of structures found in the rock masses. It aims at the investigation of structural features like folds, faults, and joints. Mineralogy is the branch of geology that deals with the study of minerals. Minerals are inorganic substances forms the integral part of the rock and hence the crust. Physical and optical chemical properties of the minerals and studied and the crystalline structure analyzed. Stratigraphy or historical geology aims at unveiling the past history of the earth through the record available in the rock beds. Important laws and hypotheses that are useful in geology. First law is law of superposition. As we can say, there is no real law in geology. After all, most of the processes, events, and sundry items attached to geology don't work all situation at all the times. As we know, earth is dynamic and all the processes also dynamic, so the laws also we cannot apply all the laws at all the times. So the laws also we have to change at certain period of time. What is law of superposition? But there are some laws like law of superposition we can apply most of the places and most of the situation in geology. And what the law says, the rock layers at the bottom are the oldest, while the those at the top are the youngest. So the youngest rock are the will be at the top, and the oldest rock at the bottom is the law of superposition. Of course, it is not always the case, because in tectonically active areas, when the mountain building is actively um, undergoing, there we can found overturned beds. In that case, we can say we can found the younger beds at the bottom and older beds at the top, and so this is law of superposition. Next, what is uniformitarianism? Uniformitarianism is a doctrine. The word doctrine means it is a belief by a community. That is not a law. Law is law what is scientifically proven and it is true at all the time. But doctrine is a belief that is not true at all the time. Suppose a spiritual community believe that God has all the power and God has this type of appearance, but in same case other spiritual community have their god with a different appearance. So we can say doctrine is a belief. So uniformitarianism is not a law, it is a belief. What is the doctrine say? This doctrine say earth has changed in uniform ways. That is, the present is the key to the past, but earth is not formed at a uniform ways, because there are some catastrophic moments in the earth. There are different some time period in the geology past um, which witnessed very catastrophic moments, mountain building moments, and there are some time of denudation. So this is not a uniform, this earth not shaped in a uniform manner. Yeah, the concept is introduced by Scottish geologist James Hutton in 1726 to 1797. Later in 1830, British geologist Charles Lilly originated the term uniformitarianism to describe this doctrine. And by the end of 18th century, often it is called as heroic age of geology, because there are major divisions of geological circles. Most of the debates at the time had to do how surface features developed on the earth. There are several subdivisions of the mainly three subdivisions that major geologists come across. One thought of school is Neptunism. Neptunism was a popular theory in late 19th century and was specially favored by such famous geologists of the time, German scientist Abraham Weiner. It held that the world was once all ocean, and that the rocks and earth's crust, including basalt granites seen today, were precipitated out of ocean. So Neptunism thought was like that. All the materials like rocks, minerals, metals comes from ocean. Then catastrophism, another school of thought. The doctrine maintained that these are doctrines, means hypothesis, or we can take as doctrines, means beliefs that is not true. This doctrine maintained that geologic formations were created by sudden and violent catastrophic events such as earthquake, floods, asteroid strike, and volcanoes. As you can say, but Earth doesn't did not form like that. Earth forms catastrophic as well as some smooth processes. Today, most geologists believe that Earth's features were formed by slow natural processes that at the time are punctuated by certain catastrophic events. As the latter sentence say, most geologists believe in the as feature are formed by slow natural processes and certain by catastrophic events, not all by catastrophic events, as catastrophism says. Then next school of thought is Plutonism. Scottish geologist James Hutton was the follower of Plutonism. According to Plutonism school of thoughts, rock could be created from both oceans and subterranean processes, such as shallow oceans deposited and volcanoes. In addition, it held the landforms could from those processes, such as heat from molten magma forcing mountains to uplift. The theory was stated that the Earth formed by solidification of molten mass. Hutton proposed these ideas in his book theory of the earth. So what is plutonism? Plutonism believe that the plutonism means the plutonic material means the subsurface material is the material to all the things, means the ocean comes from the subsurface material, and the rocks comes from the subsurface surface material. The mountains also built by the subsurface material like magma. When magma erupts, the mountain tends to uplift. This is plutonism. And for this time, this is the last of the video. Stay tuned, as stay safe, and please subscribe to my channel GeoEdu, geological exploring geological knowledge. Thank you.